going on? I restarted the whole dang computer and it's good. And I'm like, what's happening? I honestly don't know. Am I there? No. We are on. I see that. It seems like connection issue, but it didn't. I don't know if it disconnected. It said never actually disconnected from the internet. It was really weird. Um, Kind of pissed me the fuck off. Um, what's up though? Good to go. We're gonna try to do some tarot again. Okay, we're gonna use the Halloween oracle. Dead people? Oh my god, the glitching. Yeah, there's something that's coming up. I think I'm gonna do a channel message tonight, but I don't know who from. And I'm not saying it's freaking me out, but it feels like the energy is really strong to the point where it's disrupting the connection. So kind of gotta definitely go. I'm gonna do it. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna roll 1 minute of ads just to see if anybody's gonna come back to make sure the connection stays. Um, and to just kind of prepare for the moment of the deceased. Actually, I want more water for my tea, so I'm gonna be 3 minutes. And look, this thing says error, so I don't even know if the connection is solid. 222. Let's roll the ads. 3 minutes. I'm sorry. I know I just rolled them, but I don't even think anybody had to watch them. So I'll be right back. And then we're gonna get into tarot. We're gonna do some channel messages and see whatever fucking frequency this is. And maybe there's a different deck I'm supposed to be using, but I'm gonna stick with this for now. So round up, get ready. Talk. Hello again. So we're back and we're going to do a little bit of tarot. Hopefully, honestly, thank you for lurking with me. I'm not sure if that's roadkill again or if you passed out while I was trying to get reconnected. If you're just tuning in or watching the replay, we're having connectivity issues this evening. Okay. Um, I like, I don't know. It seems like the internet is fine until I'm streaming, right? Until something important's going on. So it's intriguing to me, but what are you gonna do? Not much can do, right? Except the continuous exchange of internet providers, and nobody wants to play that game, do they? No, and I think they know that. Here we are, all the same. Now, the whole point of this evening was to use the Halloween Oracle. We had already, well, we were about to start. We didn't really start. I got the one card as the witch, which is the earthly weaver of the world, which is sort of my card, because I'm a witch and an earth sign, and I talk to the dead, right? So I commune the two worlds. Um, that being said, I did think this was going to be more of a shadow side reading, but the energy tonight, the disruptions, the glitching that I saw, I don't know if it was on this end or if it was just on the feedback end of my, the back end of things, where I saw some strange glitching, where one of them looked like almost like a twister. It was weird. I don't know. It's just like normal technological glitching, but yeah, see, I can tell there's somebody or something that wants to come through. And the fact that I was inclined to use the Halloween Oracle for very little reason, where I had no influence and had no inclination towards any of them, and also mentioned how the other two decks seemed to be waiting in line already, and I jumped to the Halloween Oracle. I feel like there's gonna be some channel messages. That being said, as well, it'll probably be quick. I think this will just be like a quick reading, because I have a personal reading to do and some editing work to do, and I just didn't even realize it because I kind of treated today like a Sunday, even though it was a Monday. Not good. So I got a lot of work to do. It's probably a blessing that this stream is going to be short. It started late and had connectivity issues. It was nice that 7 people were here for a brief moment, but what can you do? All right. First things first, you already know it's for spiritual purposes. Okay. So I was grabbing an incense, grabbed Aries. Just because, I don't know. It was just kind of first one there. I was like, ooh, what haven't I burned in a while? Fuck it, Aries. Um, I have these on the Zodiac, so I was like, I'll take a couple of the not so good ones. If I can have a couple of the really good ones. Life, right? Um, but I knocked my painting over because I want to hang her up. I don't know. I feel like the green will look good on these walls. I finally feel like she has a place to go. I just don't know where yet. She was there. And I was already talking about doing a channel message, but I don't know who the channel message is from. So I thought maybe Nico, but I thought she also well established that she wouldn't be doing this for free anymore. I didn't think I should be either. So this may be a reminder not to do too much channeling on the channel, in this sense, because it's a very expensive gift. It's something that most people, even who can do it, don't want to fucking do. People who can hear the dead choose to not listen. People who can read tarot typically stay away from that stuff. And I choose to do it. I choose to delve into it. I choose to nourish that gift. It probably comes from being raised in Catholicism at the beginning of the day. But at the end of the day, it's because I am okay with being the one to hear the voices that generally go unheard. But this is a very big gift, and I used it very liberally, loosely, and I think that there's no It's like the connection never gets weaker, no matter how much I do it. It's almost like the more I do it, the stronger it gets, but it's almost harder to recover from or pull myself out of a replenish after, right? And it seems that perhaps I do sort of keep in practice all the time, even if I'm not actively doing it, because there are just dead people who not live within my mind necessarily, but there are people who I'm connected to regardless, right? It's not just, the clients' readings or the random people who come up on streams, but even people I've known or people I know who know people or, whatever. But either way, uh okay, I guess I just wanted to say that because whoever is coming in tonight that I felt like it was going to be a channel message, it's very special, right? It's very much like we're not really doing this unless we have a reason to celebrate or have a specific reason to call someone here. But the disconnect of energy when my internet didn't actually disconnect. That was a little strange, and it happened twice, and so I had to admit 12:12. I keep seeing the time too. It was 11:11. I just didn't say anything. Um, and I started like I got into the stream 222 is the time, and I don't know how else to explain that. It's just the right night that someone's gonna come out, and I don't know who it is yet, but this is the night. Yeah. So we might not start with a channel message. It could be like a deity almost. No, I don't know. Maybe it's personal to someone or yeah, well there's only two people watching, so you might each get a little taste preview of a personal message for you. But if you're lurking, there's no way to confirm it, which is really annoying. So I don't want to really feed into that energy. But who's watching? Here's the thing. I feel like I'm about to channel someone who's relevant to other people, but someone watching knew them, whereas most people wouldn't know them. And I think that's the sense that I'm getting right now. Is that it's someone that we all know, but it's someone that you personally know because hello, Roslyn, New York City. It's because you sang hello. Yeah, I love that though, right? Okay. Um, Yeah, so there's some channel message gonna come through, but it's personal to someone, but it's relevant to everyone, right? Except yo. Just kidding. I don't know who that was for, but okay. Um, it's very, very, very fucking rare that I see these cards in reverse. For a long time, I was not into it, right? I was like, I don't think with Oracle you should read in reversal. Doesn't make sense to me. But solid clock at 1414. It doesn't make sense to me, but at the same time, with energy or the way that I read, I think I prefer to be consistent across my decks, and it's the way that I read and I use the cards to God, they're like my little babies. I love them so much. My fucking bags and decks. I literally can't like love them. Today I said I didn't care that much for tarot and would stop doing it if I could. And I think I'd always do it, even if just for myself or once in a while or whatever in random contexts. But yes, if I had a better offer right now than just doing this, I would take it, obviously. If it's that not obvious, come on. I thought that was. No regrets. If that wasn't already obvious, it needs to be, right? Because scrying intuition. That's why I was like, yo, this is a personal thing, the ghost energy, but I'm feeling like it's very rare for someone's personal person to come up during the stream. So I feel like once more it was somebody relevant to you, but they were known or something, right? Only two of you. So it's got to be, I don't want to say who it is because they haven't really made it clear to me yet. It's just a very energy. It's not necessarily demonic, but it's just, it almost feels like a demon, but it feels human, but they don't feel malicious. It feels like this intensity or this creeping on the same way that sometimes like the demons will have that energy, right? But again, not malicious, and I don't mind demons. Okay, so we'll keep getting into it. But someone, yeah, no regrets, no regrets. Use your best intuition, but if you're already watching scrying, yeah, no regrets. Apple, risk and reward. You'll never know how it tastes until you take a bite. You're gonna have to go for it if that's what you want, right? Um, sure, the apple could be poison, or it could be homegrown, or it could be nourishment, or it could kill you, or it could be rotten inside, or it could be the most delicious piece of fruit you ever tasted, right? And as I said, that it was 1616. A motherfucking clock. Come on, bro. Enjoy right here. Rejoice in the present moment. That's kind of adorable. Like, that is very fucking cool. Very positive. Very good. And the fact that this is the Halloween Oracle being positive, yo, you owe me fucking money, bitch. I don't know. Sorry, don't take that too personally, y'all. I don't know who's watching. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm like, do I know you? I don't think so. But Lady de los Muertos, acceptance and equality. You have accepted who I am as a person, so treat me like an equal. You owe me fucking money, bro. That is what it is. You clearly see it, you understand it, you know it. And you know what? It's maybe not you. That's tricky. When I see this card, I know 1717. She comes up looking out for me. Okay? If this is some lurker, listen, Rosalind, you're new here, so unless you're undercover and I know you in real life, this I don't think would be so intense for you, and rather maybe a message to get a personal reading if you're interested in this kind of thing, right? But I can kind of sense that this lurker has been lurking so long that it's like you haven't paid a fucking dime on this channel. You come on here night after night, and it's cool. I like the support, whatever. But at this point, you owe me. And Lady de los Muertos is the one who comes up. And the thing is, I never collect my debts. People are going to pay me back or they're not. And those who pay me back are rewarded. Those who don't, they've got other things to deal with. I've been disavowed from taking revenge into my own hands or distributing my own karmic retribution. Okay. That is a resolve in my life, and it's a deal I made at some point because I didn't want to be evil, and that's what it takes. I'm not always perfect. Sometimes I dip into my villainous side that has always been. I'm trying to be a better person, right? Okay. We can all get with that. That's great. So, once more, I never collect debts. She comes knocking at your door, however she may come. You don't want to pay me? Pay it forward. Fine. You don't have any money? Pay it in a different way. There's so many ways to show appreciation for someone. So much you can make someone money, you know? Referrals, reviews, anything, right? Isn't that you? So when she comes up, you don't fuck around. If you've seen this at least 3 times on this channel, you are the third time you're fucked. This is my girl. I asked what this card meant, and that is what they told me. And as a necromancer, and this is the Lady of the Dead, be careful with your fucking money, man. Especially if you owe me, but especially if you're lurking. Yeah. I have one to do tonight for the Halloween Oracle because I made contact with somebody on stream and they wanted a follow up reading. They didn't even realize it though. I was slacking today. And once more, you're new. I don't want to put that pressure on you. Some people come in and out and watch the stream once in a while. It's not a big deal. But if somebody's on here night after night after night and they know that they use my energy and they know that if they have my attention and shit, that's when it gets to be like, you're not even paying the $5 to sub, you fucking bitch. And like, meanwhile, I'm paying never mind. Let me fucking hold my tongue because that would make it too obvious, right? And that's not what they want. They want to lurk in the shadows. It doesn't work. You can't. Bro, just like I couldn't. Cardinal. That's the night song. That's Hidden Talents. This is one. I didn't know I could do this for a really long time. Sorry for doing it. Sorry for noticing. Sorry that you awoke something in me, the witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. But it is me, right? Has nothing to do with you, but thank you, right? Thank you. Cool, cool, cool. It's so weird. My Wix site is awesome, and forgiveness, reduce the burden. It does feel like a burden, right? And it's because you harbor guilt, because guilt means there's no forgiveness, no absolution, and there's no way to move on from it. Okay? You need to start. Like now. Okay. Cool. Anyways, yeah, so on my website, there is like a list of all the decks I have, and I wrote a description for each one. But for some reason, no matter what I do, it's the only page on the entire website that does not properly click through. And I don't fucking know why. I have not been able to figure it out. And so the descriptions aren't really there, but the options are there. So you can sign up and become a member on my website if you want to, and you can message me super easily. Maybe you already did. Maybe it wasn't you. I don't remember. I feel like the first night that you were on here, you signed up, right? So the Mystic page, you may have already saw it. If you go to the Mystical page, you'll see the list. So if you have any questions about what the decks are, once more, if you click on see more, I don't think those links work, and I don't know why. I have yet to figure that out because it's not an issue anywhere else on my website from what I've seen. Yeah. Um, 222 with 2 viewers. It's so cool. There was just 4, but somebody just didn't feel like staying. That's okay. So back to the cards. I set Lady up right here. I just set her right there. Right? And she's not looking at me, she's looking at. I love her. Do I owe someone money? No, dear. Okay. There's people I could pay back, yes. No, nothing. Got it. Love that. Invisibility, authenticity. Are you the person you say you are behind closed doors? Most people are more authentic, right? When no one's looking and they want to go in on and say, this is who I am, but let me put on the show and display something else. And at the core of their being, they're more emotional. But some people maybe are the opposite, right? We've talked about the shadow self. We've talked about how everyone's shadow side is different because it's what we choose to put in the light. It's what we choose to show other people that the opposite would be lurking in the shadow. So if everybody's personality is different, everybody's light side is different, everybody's projection is different, then their shadow is also going to be different. And it's more or less going to be the opposite of what they represent. Right. And so that's going to look different for everyone. What you find to be a weakness and vulnerability is what you're going to hide. I don't think that honesty and love and conversation is weakness, so I put that up front. But most people will break down and show me their shadow side and be vulnerable with me and then regret it or want to hide it or yada yada yada. So sometimes when people present these overly happy, overly emotional sort of personalities, who they are behind closed doors can be very different, right? Can be very different. And everyone's shadow is going to be different as well. Our shadow side is not just our dark side, it's what we keep in the dark. Because once more, that's going to be different for everyone. Some people want to keep the mushy gushy stuff in the dark. They want to keep their feelings in the dark and their fucking fears in the dark and their vulnerabilities in the dark. And they see expression of themselves as weakness, even sexuality. Some people's shadow self is just the fucking sexuality they repress, right? But other people are just openly whoever the fuck they want to be. And so their shadow's not going to be about that. Their shadow is probably going to be some judgmental conservative freak. That's usually like the other side of me. Oh no. Break that down, decolonize, reprogram, shine a better light. Allow no shadows to yourself and accept the duality of being both good and evil at the same time. A balance of neither, or an honesty about both. Not necessarily allowing people to see your worst, but not also denying that it's there. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Skull of Flowers in reverse, creating through the ashes in reverse. This is why I brought up reversals, because, like I said, I used to not read them with Oracle, but now I just read consistency. There's either nothing to recreate from this, or it's a bridge that was never burned like you think it is. Now, I think that message will be different for whomever may be watching or whoever this is for. Maybe each of you, it's a different message. You'll know which one. It's either the bridge never burned or there's nothing more. And maybe it's different scenarios for each of those for both of you, right? Skull of Flowers, infinite possibilities. So you may not be able to create through these ashes, but it's not stopping you from creating anything. There's so much more going on. There's so much you can't even see, right? And we're at a crossroads here because we have ancestors, the love and legacy of our DNA, and we have mummy, change. And it's a heart, but it's a crossroads. It's a fork in the road. Are you going to go the way of your ancestors and follow in your footsteps and go down the path that you're meant to or already bound to, right? Sort of trying to live up to family standards or cultural traditions or kind of like social etiquette? Or are you going to make a change in which you want to and go a different way to be yourself and to honor yourself? Because our ancestors were not necessarily great people either. That's like gotta like really check in with them and know if they're still just like toxic people and just dead now, or if they learned anything in their lifetime and are giving you valuable lessons. Or you have to see history for what it is, okay, and what it's worth, and not just what you want it to be or what you heard. That's ice, 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 ice. Okay. Jack o' lantern protection. Whichever way you go, you're protected and you're okay, right? You'll know what to do and when to do it. But sometimes that is just not enough. The veil of the future. She got that blindfold on, but when's it gonna come off? She keeps slipping for the blindfold. She keeps wishing for her secret society to fall. Skeleton strength, Leo. He keeps watching for the jaguar. Spider, community and web weaving. Lean on the people in your community. You can work with others. John Lennon card for sure. That in the night. The witch and the skull of darkness. You're afraid that I'm gonna screw you over. You're afraid I'm gonna blindside you. You don't trust me. You want to see my shadow. Oh, what exactly does that say about you? I like that. I like that. That's reflection. Eternal love. Love is love is love, and it transcends physical death. Sometimes we ain't got a goddamn choice. Sometimes we ain't got a goddamn choice. That's just what it comes down to. Sometimes you gotta live it out. Sometimes you gotta let it go. Sometimes death, the eternal cycle begins here. Is it over or does it begin? Is it the beginning or is it the end? Is it Night Song, Hidden Talents? The underworld where all things pause and begin again. Some things are a lot stronger than the human hand. Some things are a lot stronger than the human hand. Eternal Love, just pulled it out of the deck. And Skull of Flowers, reading through the ashes back in the upright. It's maybe not as bad as you think it is. These two face down in the distance. Vampire emotional intelligence and zombie control. You better fucking. The more fucked up you get, the more involved and in your tunnel vision, narrow vision. You know what I'm saying? The more tunneled in you get to something, or the more you use a substance, or the more you have an emotional or physical crutch on anything, the more likely you'll get taken advantage of and drained by people. The more distracted you are, regardless of what you're trying to distract yourself from, the easier of a target you are, and that's why you're fucking don't, don't, don't. So, yeah, I love again. I think that's gonna be it. I think that was a banger of a reading. It was like bang, like ouch, kind of banger. Skeleton strength, Leo again. Oh wait, aren't you a Leo? Okay. Remember, I was like, "Are you Sagittarius?" And you're like, "No, triple Leo or whatever." Winter, the sacredness of pausing. Things were slow this winter because they were supposed to be midnight, the most hour of all. I did promise I'd do a channel message. I got I got personal channel messages. That's what the channel messages. Sure. Okay, the hearth, happiness in our hearts and homes, and midnight, the most magical hour of all. If you can stay up late, I think it will definitely help you and guide you. Oh my god, I'm getting something in my ears. I think I should do the personal readings I gotta do. No offense, y'all, but it's the two of you getting a personal reading like this and it feels all comfy. It's kind of like I can't just do this for hours on end anyway. It's winter, the sacredness of pausing. So it was a slow stream night. Whatever. I came on here. I tried. We got through some technical difficulties. There was 7 people on here. And then it got disconnected twice and they all left and never came back. Probably because it got late. A lot of them was like, fucking, I'm just gonna go to bed. Or someone else started streaming and they went to go watch them, and that's fine. But I was kind of blessed with a slow night because, like I said, I didn't fucking pick my. I didn't look at my email at all today for no reason other than I was like, oh, it's Sunday and I'm hanging out with the girls. And it's like, whoa, it's Monday and that's nice, but maybe do something, right? And I'm like, true, true. I'll stream. Stream is slow. Damn. Let me get to all that other stuff I gotta do, yo. um, so once more, if you want to book a personal reading, you can. I try to do a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. Um, but I already am going, like, I usually take Tuesdays and Wednesdays off the stream. My schedule might adjust soon or um, whatever's happening with that. But um, typically I don't stream Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and it'll probably stay that way. It's most functional. Stay that way. Might not keep streaming Thursdays. So probably I did want to make up. See, my so more connection is go do my pre. I'm gonna off. I was gonna go. I'm mostly gonna go do things. I keep saying it. I just know I'm either or now. You just need out the this is started late. It's late or stuff to do about. Screens went great. You know what? I got tomorrow because it seems like there's energy is money, and if we're okay, I'm gonna go switch over to personal readings. So if you want a book, right? Love. I'll be right back. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go to the person after late reason, and so it's the like I love because I not real. I apologize and I quick and then um you were it. And I tell you that just all mine more historically. People just copy it to the next on what's sometimes you can sometimes you can't see was so and a friend of mine pointed it out or something. I was like,